Alright, you jive turkeys. I swear I was sabotaged. My internet destroyed. It screams. We were doing so well, too. If I remember correctly, I was getting a sizable portion through this freaking game. I was playing Claw with a standard issue controller, and then my internet died. Welcome to the expert playlist, by the way, where the internet dies. So the only bright memory I have is watching my connection try and fail repeatedly to pull itself from the brink. Can you hear the salt in my voice? I hope so. Either way, welcome to the expert playlist. I am that guy. Good news / updates. Elite controllers. Only a thing. I put in the order with Microsoft today for one of them to get fixed, which is going to cost me about half the cost of a controller. A small price to pay, I suppose. So, for the price of one Elite controller, I'll be repairing both of them, I suppose. Couldn't get it done at a third party. The parts are allegedly so specific that a lot of third-party repair shops won't even touch an Elite version 2. So, I just said whatever. Whatever, Microsoft. Take my money. They don't even want the old controller back. They're just like, hey, just throw the old one out. We're just gonna send you this new one. Fuck it. Like, alright, sure. Extended warranties, here we come. But until then, I thought it would be cool if I plugged this controller in anyway. My old broken Elite controller, because like I was saying last night, this game is begging to be played with a scuffed controller. And I feel like I'm just not doing it justice, butt shot. I feel like I'm just not doing it justice in its current state, playing it, you know, on that weird controller. So, while we wait for the working controller to arrive, we can just take out a moment here. A moment of silence, if you will. And bust out the broken one. See how that goes. I feel like this is going to affect me long term. If it does, we'll just have to cross that bridge when we get there. But the right bumper in this game is what? Just the slashing and melee attacks. So yeah, I mean, if it's not worth the trade-off, I'll just switch controllers. But if it is worth the trade-off, hey, I'll take the extra mobility. I mean, I played a round of Halo Infinite just to warm back up to my scuff. And I'll be the first to admit, superior control option There's no two ways around it. It is the superior control option. I'm sorry. It's just that good. Even with a broken button, so we're gonna have to figure something out. There's a reason that controller costs so much. Well, without further ado, let's get into this thing. Let us get into this cheese fest. Embrace its buttery smooth controls. On episode 359 of the Expert Playlist. Blah, 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 blah. Boy, I tell you. Boy, I tell you. So, yeah, this is probably where I was when it died. Alright, shoutouts to...
Uh-oh, it's gonna collapse.
Shoutouts to the Scuff controller. This is probably where I was when we... Oh my god, death is imminent. Yes, this is probably where I was when we left off. In the mouth of a beast. I almost feel like starting this over from the beginning. Because I heard it was really short, but... I don't know. I feel like there's no shame in starting it from here. No! Is this what we're gonna do? I feel like an asshole. I feel like a doofus. Where's Microsoft Word? Let me not forego the active review. I really want to commit to this. I really want to commit to the style moving forward. So we may have to add weird momentary environmental jumping puzzles.
The exit's up ahead. I gotta hurry.
Go, Shalia, go!
Carter!
Who's that?
It's her. Don't let her get away.
She can slide? Shalia, that was your moment to be cool. Listen, don't let her get away, and then rolled a grenade under her feet. It just blew up in her face. What the fuck? Who gave them these powers? Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't ready for that. Nah, I wasn't ready for him to have powers too. No, I wasn't ready for them to have powers. No. Nope, nope, nope. Hadouken. I mean, go off.
The crane and the underwater tablet must be related. I'll try going up.
I gotta say, there are often... Oh, wait, that's actually perfect for a... Hold on. That's actually perfect for an aside. I keep finding that, there are often there are often moments, you know, where... Wow, the mosquitoes are eating me. There are often moments where the, yeah, there we go. It's like a constant internal monologue. Yeah, I just got this thing where, you know, you can feel the budgets. I understand. You know, you can feel the budgets at play because whenever something needs to happen to drive the story forward or to drive the game forward, she talks to herself. And look, it's funny to me. I think it's kind of funny, but you really start to feel it the further the game goes on. It's, you know, it almost reminds me of like silent protagonists, but in a bad way. Like when you do a bad silent protagonist, like not a Gordon Freeman and not Doom Guy. Gordon Freeman relies on the emotions of people around him, so that actually kind of works for his character. There's even characters that remark about his lack of speech, so it's embedded in the character. What I'm talking about is like, or Doom Guy, who expresses himself clearly through body language and animations. Like, you can always tell what the Doom Guy is feeling. He doesn't have to say a word. While this game doesn't have a silent protagonist, it almost has the reverse Destiny problem, where there are no side characters or really anyone at all. Like, she doesn't even have a guy in the chair talking to her constantly. So a lot of the moment-to-moment exposition and details of the story and in the game are her talking to herself. And it's funny at first, but it starts to get weird the longer the game goes on. Like,
Carter seems to have left. Why did he give up on solving the puzzle?
It's like exposition via way of asking herself questions that never actually get answered, because then she'd really seem crazy just talking to herself and responding at the same time. I'm just saying it's silly. You know, it's like when pivotal moments in the Destiny franchise happen and your character has nothing to say. They're just like... In this game, pivotal things happen and she says, "That pulley system looks interesting. It looks like a way out of here." And I'm just like... Why did Carter use this? What could he have been planning? Like, is anybody going to answer this? Is anyone going to actually answer these questions she has? I mean, that was supposed to be a jump, but, you know, who's really paying attention, right? No, let me jump up here. Oh. This game has the most inconsistent double jump I've ever seen. I think I just realized all you have to do is hold the jump button. It's not a tap double jump. It's one of those obnoxious, like... Yeah, she just double jumps at the apex of her jump if you hold the jump button. That's weird. It's weird, and it also explains a lot about the way I've been dying on a lot of these jumping puzzles. There's no way I'm gonna be able to run and jump. She'd have to run. Wait, what is that? She'd have to run, jump, and grapple just to make it all the way over there. I think the object is to make it across all of this. hate this game now. Wow. Never before have I hated a game so much. I'm not mad at it. These jumping puzzles are okay in the grand scheme of things. They're not deal breakers, and you can kind of tell that the guy wanted to add some gameplay variety in between all of the little melee skirmishes. You know, it in its own small way, it really gives me an appreciation for game design, or at least small-scale projects. If you're paying attention to this and the way it's laid out, it can really, you know, give you some insight into how games are staged and how gameplay loops are crafted. You know, there's not a ton. This game has a lot of great ideas, and the environments are definitely crafted around your character's skill set. But this kind of, in its own way, shows me the challenges of making a game like this, because, you know, you start with all the cool shit, right? You're like, oh, I want to have a bunch of cool guns. I want to have, you know, melee combat. I want to have telekinetic powers. You know, I want a really mobile character that can double jump and do these things in the air and on the ground. You start there, but then you think to yourself, okay, now how am I going to apply these things in a way that's constantly fun and engaging for the player? And it's like, okay, well, I guess we could have them fight enemies with it, but you can't have an entire game of fighting enemies. So then it's like, okay, we have to design environments around it. Then we have to design specific challenges that somehow utilize this bizarre skill set in effective ways. You know, these jumping puzzles.
The chains on the pillars look useful.
Yo, Shalia, chill, shut up. Like, can I be stumped for 2 seconds? Do you have to exposition me into a slimy paste? Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, you know, so I can feel it. You know, there's like melee, platforming section, puzzle section, exposition dump, cutscene, melee. You know, there's a couple of gameplay forms just grappling around out here. Like I said, they add a little bit of variety to what would have been stale. If this was nothing but combat, it would have been stale. So I can appreciate these little things that pad out the length of the game. But, you know, if ever you think you can do a better job, then insert developer here. Or if you truly do not appreciate the time, effort, and energy that goes into the enemy placement and difficulty level of a game like God of War.
Now I might be able to climb up on the crane.
What more can I say? She's just gonna keep doing it. I know, it's not like she can hear me, but it's just funny. It's just funny that she keeps doing it. That thing is glowing blue. It's like, is it now, Shalia? Ah, that's hilarious. Hadouken! This glitchy ass game! Hadouken! If I could compare the footage of me playing this yesterday to today, yeah, this game needs a scuff controller. Yeah. The difference, the absolute difference in my gameplay right now. I mean, look, it still looks like ass, but my access to the buttons and my access to aiming, notice me getting hit a lot less. No, I'm not using the sword a lot because, unfortunately, my right bumper's broken. But you feel me? Oh my god. Hadouken. Hadouken! Hadouken! Right bumper, please work. I'm begging you. Once you kind of respect the fact that they have the same powers as you, essentially, it becomes a lot easier to accept their horseshit. I'm not gonna lie, you know, one thing that kind of sucks about playing a game like this, and especially one that has like high mobility, is that you kind of, you're only as good as your controls allow you to be. And what I mean by that is, I feel like your ambition when playing is directly dictated by what you're able to do and what you're allowed to do.
Okay, this statue must be the treasure Carter was searching for.
And if I can't hit my right bumper with confidence, it's not going to intuitively become a part of my arsenal. Because my brain can't rely on it constantly as a viable strategy. Realistically, maybe I should just change the grapple button to the melee button. It'll mess my brain up until the new controller comes, but you know, it'll make melee combat a lot easier. I don't grapple nearly as much as I use the sword. Let's see. Let's see if my brain. Let's see if our brains can reconcile that. Can we customize the buttons? Can I increase the I can increase the FOV of this madness? Jesus. Boy, this generation, I tell you, this new generation of gaming where you get to change the FOV, this would have been unthinkable back in the day. Would you look at that? These moths are emboldened, I swear. Oh yeah, you know, like I said, I love the next gen. Look at this. 2/3 of the people reading this won't even know what half of these options are. Like, oh, let me turn the texture quality down to low. Oh. Let me not do that. But yeah, like anisotropic filtering, I can turn it up to 16. But wait, what about my frame rate though? What is that gonna do to my frame rate? Do I need 16 times anisotropic filtering? I'll turn shadow quality down. Oh my gosh. You know, I don't know why I'm doing this, but... Oh wow, with the filtering up, the frame rate's still pretty stable. Granted, there's nothing in the room. You know, I could just be playing with fire right now. This means nothing. I do like it though, because anisotropic filtering does help things in the distance maintain their resolution. And this is a... I know I'm playing it in 720p, but this is a fuzzy ass looking game. Either way, it's a little rough, okay? It's not Unreal Engine 5, okay? It's Unreal Engine 4. Let's put some respect on UE's name, all right? Shoutouts to Cliff Blazinski. Yeah.
I should take the statue to the doctor. Must have some kind of secret.
Like I said, she has the reverse ghost problem where she has no one to talk to, so she just talks to herself. I swear, if the floor drops out again.
Oh shit!
How? Well, whatever you do, don't black out underwater. I know that was...
I've been here before.
Oh, wait, that's interesting. That's interesting. Wait. I just got some deja... Ooh, that pop-in is wild.